Peppa Pig, Fireman Sam, George, and Tom Thomas had all finished for the day when Peppa Pig and George suggested they should play hide and seek in the fire station. "What a great idea," said Fireman Sam. "That'll be loads of fun." So George and Tom Thomas said, "Who's going to be counting? Who's going to be looking for us?" And Fireman Sam said, "It'll be me. I'll count." So Peppa Pig and Fireman Sam gets really excited, and they're really looking forward to hiding from Fireman Sam. Peppa Pig is. So Fireman Sam goes off into the corner to start counting to 10. So Fireman Sam starts counting to 10. 1, 2, 3. So everyone goes off. Tom Thomas hides behind a tree. George decides to hide inside the fire station. So with a helping hand, we put him inside. So Peppa Pig goes off to try to find somewhere to hide. And she can't seem to find a place anywhere. But she hides behind Venus, sneakily, just under the wing mirror. So meanwhile, Fireman Sam had finished counting to 10. So he can go off to look for Peppa, George, and Tom Thomas. Who will he find first? So Peppa can see Fireman Sam looking for her. So Fireman Sam opens the fire station's door, with a helping hand of course, and he can't see nothing inside. "There's no one in there," he said. Fireman Sam said, "Where is everyone?" He said, "I know, I'll look at the side of the building." So he goes round the side, and he thinks he can see Peppa. So he jumps up behind Peppa and scares her. And Peppa said, "Oh no, you got me. Good work, Fireman Sam. I can't believe you found me first. Now we have to find Tom Thomas and George." So Fireman Sam goes round the other side, and he finds Tom Thomas behind a tree. And Thomas said, "Oh, at least I didn't get caught first." "Good job, Fireman Sam. You've caught 2 of us. Now where's George? I bet he's got lost or he's in trouble. I think we need to go inside the fire station." So Peppa, Fireman Sam, and Tom Thomas go into the fire station. And Fireman Sam pops his head round the corner, and there's George hiding in the corner of the fire station. And George said, "Yay, does that mean I won because you found me last?" And then Fireman Sam said, "No, I'm the winner because I found everyone." And Fireman Sam said, "I think we should all be winners because we're all taking part and we're all having fun." So everyone had fun playing a little bit of hide and seek after the day's work is over. "Don't forget to subscribe," said Peppa. The treasure hunt. Shaggy has just come across a treasure map when Peppa said, "What's on it, Shaggy? Tell me and Scooby, are we going to go and look for some treasure today?" So Scooby-Doo gets really excited, and he goes and looks at the map. So they're all looking at the map, and the treasure seems to be inside the castle. Oh no! Scooby has knocked Shaggy over and said, "Come on, let's go inside and see what's there." Shaggy can hold the map, and Scooby and Peppa can go and find the treasure. "Does that sound like a good idea, Shaggy?" said Peppa. So Scooby's getting really excited, and it's Scooby's turn to open the door. Wow! "It looks pretty dark and scary in there," said Pepper. Scooby said, "I'll go first." So Scooby's brave enough to go in first. So he goes inside, and he said, "I think we better find a light switch." Once inside, Shaggy looks for the treasure, but he can't see it anywhere. And he shouts out, "The treasure's over there, I can see it, guys. But it's going to be difficult to get it. We can't just walk over this slime. We need to walk up the ladder, up and over." And he said, "I think it's best that I tell you the directions to go, and you guys can go over." So Shaggy positions himself in the best position to see the treasure. And he said, "Pepper and Scooby, you need to climb up the ladder and go onto the first floor." So Pepper goes up and shouts to Shaggy and Scooby, "I'm up." And Scooby goes up after him. So Shaggy says, "Right, we need to get over to the second floor now. And you need to climb along the wall and jump over. But be careful," shouted Shaggy. So Pepper jumps over through the wall, and he said, "I'm over. Come on, Scooby. It's your turn now." So Scooby jumps on the wall and does exactly what Pepper's just done. So Pepper and Scooby are over onto the second floor, just safe. Now they need to jump down, and there's a skeleton there, said Shaggy, "so be careful." Who's going to go first? Is it going to be Shaggy or Scooby? Oh no, Scooby goes first and shouts, "Shaggy, you stay there. Me and Pepper will sort this one." So Pepper follows Scooby and said, "I think we need to move this skeleton." So Scooby steps forward and says, "I'll chop him down with my knife." Wow! And he knocked over Pepper in the process. "Come on, Pepper, get up," said Shaggy and Scooby. "Stop messing about. Here's our treasure. It's covered in Play-Doh." What could it be? What sort of treasure is it going to be? Shaggy's hoping for some gold, and so is Pepper. So Scooby says, "Let me do it. I'll take this off." So he uses his knife and cuts off the top. "Wow," said Scooby and Pepper. "Look, it's a Shopkins basket, and it's got Scooby snacks inside. How cool is that? Look at all these Scooby snacks for me." So Scooby is really happy that he found his treasure, and the treasure is more for Scooby than anyone else. It's Scooby snacks. And Pepper said, "I was really hoping for some gold." And so was Shaggy. Maybe next time they'll come across a map and they'll find gold. But this time, Scooby's definitely the winner. Don't forget to subscribe. Peppa Pig and friends have all gone to the park to have some fun. And Peppa said, "Look at me, George," as she went down the slide. "Whose turn is it next?" Pat said. Postman Pat said, "It's my turn next. Get up, Peppa, I might hit you." And Pat said, "Watch me, George." And Pat goes down the slide. And he said, "Wow, that was more fun than I actually thought. Oh!" And he falls over in excitement. And George said, "Is it my turn now?" So George goes round, walks up the ladder, and said, "Look at me, guys. I'm going down head first." Peppa gets up and said, "Oh, George, you are silly. You always got to do things differently." And Bananas in Pajamas said, "It's my turn next." And down the slide he goes. So B1 said, "Come on, guys, I think we should go on the roundabout." So he goes over and sits on the roundabout. So Peppa, Postman Pat, are all having some fun on the roundabout. Round and round they go. They said, come on, let's go the other way. So they go the other way. If you go round and round on the roundabout too much, you could feel dizzy after, said Postman Pat. So, oh no, Pat fell off, and he keeps falling over because he feels so dizzy. B1 said, are you okay, Pat? You look a bit dizzy to me. And George couldn't stop laughing. So Pepper said, come on guys, let's go on the seesaw over here. I love the seesaw. So Postman Pat, Pepper, go on the seesaw, and Jess has jumped on the fence to watch. So up and down they go, having fun on the seesaw. It's lots of fun. George said, guys, you look like you're having loads of fun today. And Jess falls off the fence. Oh no. Come on, Jess. I think it's time to get up. So Jess comes over and said, Pat, I think it's time to go and do our special deliveries. Pepper said, good idea. I think it's time for me and George to head home as well. But they still keep going on the seesaw. Up and down they go until Postman Pat nearly fell off. And now he knows it's time to come off. So everyone's got to do stuff today. Postman Pat's got to go and do some work, delivering his special deliveries. Pepper and George have got to go home to have some food, and Bananas in Pajamas have got to go home to go to bed. They got their pajamas on ready for bed. Everyone said, don't forget to subscribe. The Ocean Rescue Centre. Officer Steele was just using the computers in the new rescue centre, and Sam was upstairs. At this new Ocean Rescue Centre, we've got a new jet ski, a new dock for boats, we've got a new pole, we've got a helipad, and we've got a cool lift which Sam is in now. So Sam decides to come downstairs to see Officer Steele, to see what he's up to. So using the lift, he comes downstairs. And now it's time for Sam and Officer Steele to get together and talk about their next mission. So Sam comes over to Officer Steele and says, wow, this new computer is really nice. This Ocean Rescue Centre is the best. It's definitely one of my favourite out of all our fire stations. It's just so cool. I think we better phone Peppa Pig, Tom Thomas, to come and have a look. So Fireman Sam goes off to phone Tom Thomas and Peppa Pig to come over. And he said to Tom Thomas, bring your helicopter, because we've got a helipad on this new Ocean Rescue Centre. So Fireman Sam and Officer Steele wait for Pepper and Tom Thomas to turn up. And Pepper and Thomas come in the helicopter. And Pepper said, wow, look at this place. This looks really cool. I think we better try some of the facilities out and see how good it is. So Pepper and Tom Thomas decided to get out, and Pepper said, I'll go down in the lift, you go down the fireman's pole, Tom Thomas. And Thomas said, great idea. So Tom Thomas comes down the fireman's pole, and Pepper comes down the lift the same as Fireman Sam did earlier. And once they're all downstairs, they all get together and they say, wow, this place is amazing. It's definitely going to save some lives and definitely going to get us to rescue situations a lot quicker. It's just a win-win for everyone, said Officer Steele. And Sam said, I think I should take the jet ski out for a little drive and see what it does. So Fireman Sam has a new life jacket, has a new outfit, and he has a new jet ski, all for his rescue center. So he takes the jet ski for a little drive, and everyone watches. So he reverses onto the rescue center to the docking area. And once he's on, he jumps off and said, wow, that's really fast. That's definitely going to get me to the jobs quicker. So they all can't believe their luck that they've built this new rescue center just for saving people and saving houses, boats, families who need them. Every situation can be covered by this. It's just a fantastic thing to have. And with a helipad, jet ski, all we need is a new boat. Let's test out the launch control. Let's count. 1, 2, 3. Go! Wow! How fast was that? Said Pepper. That looked really good. Really fast. So Fireman Sam comes back and he said, I think I love this place. This is going to be fantastic. We're going to have a lot of missions from here. So everyone's really happy with the new Ocean Rescue Center. Don't forget to subscribe, said Pepper. Daddy Pig, Pepper and George were all at the house. Pepper and George were playing upstairs. They loved playing upstairs together. And Daddy Pig was expecting a special guest. Who could this special guest be? It's Sportacus, and he's got a Kinder Surprise egg for Pepper and George. So Sportacus says, hey Daddy Pig, how are you? I'm really excited to be at your house today. Do you mind if I just sit by you? I've had a long walk and carrying that Kinder Surprise egg is really heavy work. So Sportacus said, shall we call Pepper and George down so they can open the Kinder Surprise egg? Daddy Pig said, great idea, Sportacus. So Daddy Pig calls Pepper and George, shouting up, George, Pepper, someone's here to see you. So George comes down and said, wow, it's Sportacus. And he goes and sits next to him on the sofa. So Pepper comes down and said, wow, when did you come, Sportacus? And is this Kinder Surprise egg for us? Sportacus said, yeah, I bought it for you and George. So shall we open it? So with a helping hand, we'll open the Kinder Surprise egg that Sportacus has bought for Pepper and George. Loads of chocolate, said Sportacus. Are you going to share it with me? So let's see what we got. Wow, look at that. I think it's a bike. Shall we build it? Said Sportacus. So after a helping hand, Pepper, George and Sportacus and Daddy Pig can see what the Kinder Surprise egg held, which is a really nice bike. Who's going to have the bike, Pepper or George? Said Sportacus. And Pepper said, I think we'll share it. So Sportacus gets up from the sofa and says, right guys, I have to go now. I've got people to save. And I got to keep an eye on Lazy Town. But I'll definitely see you again soon. So Pepper, George and Daddy Pig all said, bye Sportacus. So Pepper and George are really happy that they managed to get a Kinder Surprise egg from a special guest. Don't forget to subscribe, said Pepper. Fireman Sam, Officer Steele and Peppa Pig had just finished a busy day at the fire station in Pontypandy. When Fireman Sam said, "Why ain't we going home yet?" and Officer Steele said, "I'm waiting for a special delivery from our favourite postman, Postman Pat, and his black and white cat." "And here he is now," said Fireman Sam. "Wow, look what he's got on top of his van. It's our special delivery. It's our Shopkins basket." And Postman Pat said, "Here you go, guys. Here's your special delivery. Do you mind if I stay while you open it?" "Of course not," said Fireman Sam. "Jess has jumped on the bonnet of Postman Pat's van, so I think we should open the Shopkins, with a helping hand, of course. And let's see what we get." Peppa's getting really excited. And Fireman Sam said, "I love these Shopkins baskets. They're loads of fun." So slowly but surely we get into the basket. And we've got our 2 little Shopkins in there. Peppa said, "Come on, let's open them." Fireman Sam said, "There's no rush, Peppa." And our first little Shopkins is Crispy Chip. "Wow, he's a party food," said Fireman Sam. "I love Crispy Chip." So let's open our second one. Wow, we've got a glitter Shopkins. I wonder if anyone who's watching could tell us who he is. Postman Pat said, "Wow, look at them great pulls you got today, guys. Really cool." Postman Pat said, "I think I might buy me some of these Shopkins baskets." And Jess loves the little Shopkins. And so does Postman Pat. So everyone had a great day opening the special delivery. "Don't forget to subscribe," said Peppa. The train fire. AJ was just heading home in the Greendale rocket when all of a sudden it goes up in flames. So AJ jumps out and looks at the rocket and said, "Wow, I better phone our best firefighters, Peppa Pig and Fireman Sam. I think they're the only 2 that could actually put this out safely for me. I need to save my train," said AJ. So he phones Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig to come and give a helping hand. So he moves out of the way and he's panicking. And all of a sudden he sees Peppa Pig coming in the helicopter. And Peppa Pig said, "I'm here, AJ. No need to worry now." So with a helping hand, Peppa Pig gets out of the helicopter and says, "Where's Sam? He should be here by now." "Here he is now." So Sam reverses and places Venus at the right angle to shoot the water hose onto it. So Fireman Sam jumps out and said, "AJ, you can relax now. We got this under control." So Fireman Sam jumps on top of Venus and starts shooting the hose at the fire. And Peppa Pig said, "Stand back, AJ. This could get dangerous." "Good job," said Peppa Pig. "You're doing a great job, Fireman Sam." So slowly but surely the fire goes out. And it looks like Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig are going to save the day again. So the fire's put out thanks to Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig. So Fireman Sam jumps down from Venus and said, AJ, you just phoned us in time. If a minute later, and we wouldn't have been able to put that out. Good job, AJ. How did you spot it? And AJ replied, I don't really know. 1 minute I'm driving home, and the next minute I'm going up in flames. It must be the train. I'll have to have it checked out, said AJ. But thanks, guys. I love my train loads. So AJ strokes his train, and he shows Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig how much he actually loves his train. So Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig did a great job today in saving the Greendale rocket. AJ's never been so happy. Don't forget to subscribe, said Peppa. The new fireboat. Peppa Pig, Officer Steele and Tom Thomas were all at the new Ocean Rescue Centre when Peppa Pig gets a phone call from Fireman Sam to say that he's picked his new boat up and he's on his way. It's a new fireboat, he said. So Officer Steele is in Neptune and everyone's really excited about seeing the new fireboat. What will it look like? What will it do? What will it have? Everyone said. So in comes Fireman Sam on his new fireboat. Wow, said Officer Steele. That's looking great. And he jumps across and he jumps in the driver's seat to have a go at the new boat. Once in the boat, Officer Steele reverses onto the platform so Peppa can come and join him on the deck of the boat. Peppa said, wow, look, it's got jets everywhere. It looks really cool, said Peppa Pig. Come on, jump in, said Fireman Sam. We'll take you for a spin. So Tom Thomas drives the jet ski around the boat to have a look and said, this is really cool. This boat is definitely going to help us in our rescues. So Peppa Pig jumps on. Once everyone's on the boat, they can then take a better look at the boat and see what they got. So Tom Thomas moves out of the way, and Fireman Sam, Officer Steele, Peppa Pig take the boat for a little drive. And taking a closer look at the boat, you can see we've got water jets on the front, the back, we've got a rubber dinghy to save people. It's got everything you need to save maybe a boat in trouble. So Fireman Sam, Officer Steele, Peppa Pig decide to go for a drive. Peppa said, come on, Sam, come on, Steele, let's go. Come on, Tom Thomas. So they all drive off into the distance. Don't forget to subscribe, said Peppa. Officer Steele had a great idea. His idea was to go up onto the training tower, form Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig as a training exercise. But Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig wouldn't know this until after the training exercise was over. They would just think that Officer Steele was stuck on the training tower. So Officer Steele rings Peppa Pig and Fireman Sam to come and help. So Fireman Sam's over in quick time, and the first thing he has to do is position Jupiter in front of the training tower to put the fire out. And Peppa follows shortly after. So Peppa shouted over to Fireman Sam saying, you put the fire out, Sam, and I'll get Officer Steele. So Peppa Pig reverses and lowers the ladder into position to save Officer Steele. So she gets out of the fire engine, jumps on the back and said, "Officer Steele, stay calm, I'll be there now." So she climbs up the ladder and gets Officer Steele off the platform safely. So Officer Steele and Peppa Pig are safe now. "Are you okay?" said Peppa, after Officer Steele fell over. "I'm great. Thanks for saving me, Peppa," said Officer Steele. Now they need to tackle the fire. So Peppa goes, "Right, I'll jump in on top and you lower me up." So Peppa Pig jumps on top, grabs onto the hose, and now it's Fireman Sam's job to make sure that Fire Officer Peppa can put the fire out safely. So Peppa squirts the hose at the fire, slowly but surely putting the fire out. And the fire goes out. "Great job," said Peppa. So Peppa jumps down off Jupiter and starts talking to Officer Steele and said, "Great job," Officer Steele said. "Come here, Fireman Sam," Officer Steele shouted over. So Fireman Sam gets out of Jupiter and goes over to see Peppa and Officer Steele. And Officer Steele explained, "This was a training task, guys. I put myself up there to see how quick you could come and how fast you could put the fire out, and you both excelled. You both did a great job. You managed to save me and put the fire out in less than 5 minutes. That's amazing work. You are definitely some of the best firefighters around," said Officer Steele. And Fireman Sam said, "We're always here if you need me. Don't forget to subscribe." The breakdown. Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig were just passing the park in Fireman Sam's 4x4 when all of a sudden it breaks down. So Peppa jumps out and says, "What's going on? Everything looks fine. There must be something wrong with the engine. Have a look on your side," said Peppa. So Fireman Sam gets out to check his side to see if one of the tires are not flat. Everything seems fine over here as well. "I think I better ring Grandad Dog." So Fireman Sam goes on the phone, and little did he know that Daddy Pig was watching the garage for Grandad Dog today. And all of a sudden the phone rings. So Daddy Pig picks the phone up and says, "Hey Sam, what's up?" And Fireman Sam said, "I've broken down. Me and Peppa are stuck outside the park by the slide. Can you come and help us?" And Daddy Pig said, "Of course, I'll be there straight away." So Daddy Pig jumps in the breakdown truck, and he can't wait to go and help Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig. So off Daddy Pig goes to pick up Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig. Meanwhile, Fireman Sam and Peppa Pig are waiting for Daddy Pig to arrive. And Fireman Sam said, "I've got a cool idea, Peppa. Shall we go on the slide and have a little bit of fun until Daddy Pig comes and picks us up?" So Fireman Sam jumps on top of the slide and shouts over to Peppa, "Come and watch me, Peppa." So Peppa Pig watches Fireman Sam go down the slide. "Wow, loads of fun," said Fireman Sam. "Come on, Peppa, your turn now." "I'll catch you," said Fireman Sam. So Peppa said, "Are you sure you can catch me?" Wow! Peppa went down the slide and Sam couldn't catch Peppa. So Sam laughed and picked Peppa up and said, "Are you okay, Peppa? And Pepper said, "Are you okay, Sam?" "I'm great." It was fun. So meanwhile, they see Daddy Pig coming in with a breakdown truck. And Daddy Pig said, "Hey guys, shall I pick you up now?" So Daddy Pig reverses the pickup truck into position, and he attaches the hook, with a helping hand of course, to the pickup truck's winch. So slowly but surely we wind up the winch and we place the 4x4 onto the back of the pickup truck. "Wow," said Fireman Sam. "Good job, Daddy Pig. Grandad Dog would be so proud of you. You're doing a great job." "Are you coming with me?" said Daddy Pig. And Pepper and Fireman Sam said, "No, I think me and Fireman Sam will stay here to play on the slide a bit more. It's lots of fun." "Oh well," said Daddy Pig. "You guys stay here and we'll try to fix your 4x4 for you." So Daddy Pig goes off with Fireman Sam's 4x4, leaving Peppa Pig and Fireman Sam to have lots of fun on the slide.